You're listening to the Web Bros Podcast.
Web.
Bros. The Web Bros Podcast.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Web Bros Podcast. Thank you guys for being here for another week, and we're also back at it again with our brand new format here, coming at you guys with our amazing faces. I know, very cool. But in today's episode, we have a really, really interesting question. Are we a person? Are we people? Who brought us here? Why are we here? What is the point of our existence? And you know, if we were a movie, this is what my friend Bobby was telling me earlier. If we were a movie, who's the director? Who's running the show? And who's gonna pull back that curtain? As always, I'm your host, James Price. I'm joined by my amazing co-host,
Elijah Reyes.
And we are also very excited to be joined by our first special guest of this brand new season.
I'm Jordan.
Jordan, if you don't mind just introducing yourself. You know, where do you work? You know, who are you? What do you do?
I work at Kiva Juice. Woo, go Kiva.
Kiva Juice, Kiva Juice, assistant manager.
Yes.
Assistant
manager to no one. I'm the manager, okay? I work at the one on campus. I go UNR. I'm from Las Vegas. I'm James Perez's roommate. So this is very biased, and he forced me to do this.
They're not forced you to do this. You were here on your own free will.
Yeah. Okay. But anything else to know?
No, I think you're good. But yeah, this is something that we were talking about because one of our friends, he had a crazy shroom trip the other day. He's actually here with us. He's actually here with us. He's actually here with Jordan. Do you mind just talking to us about this trip that you had and when you start to have like this strange realization?
I mean, sure. This one started off like well, I'm not sure how many people tried it. A relatively normal, a good one, I guess is the better word. With my friend, yeah. Anyways, it ended up with me in the kitchen, like just tripping mad hard. I thought I was talking to the devil in my head. I thought life was like meaningless, terrible cycles. Had no idea what the meaning was. Deadass put me into, wait, can I curse or no?
You can curse.
Yeah, okay. Put me into like a little bit of paranoia, just thinking about why are we here? Like how does the universe make sense, you know, before the Big Bang, and especially what happens after death? Just a lot of existential dread.
Well, I think that's really interesting to start off with, Jordan, but Elijah, okay, here, I'll throw this over to Elijah and Bobby then. What do you guys think happens after we die?
Well, I think that should be Elijah, you start. What was the question?
What do you guys think happens after we die?
Oh, yeah.
I think we either get reincarnated.
Talking to the mic.
I think either we get reincarnated or like...
He's talking
into the mic. I'm like, I am talking into the mic.
Keep going.
What about you? Let us do us.
I think we either get reincarnated or we go into nothing.
Okay, but like in terms of reincarnation, what kind of reincarnation?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's an interesting question, Bob.
Thank you.
It seems like you can answer that question with a statement.
Okay. So, do you mean the egg theory?
Oh, that's so interesting. Tell me more.
Okay.
What's the egg theory, Bob?
So the egg theory basically, and Jordan can explain this as well because we were talking about it. So the egg theory is this idea that you are every person that has lived. Oh, my fault. Any person that has ever lived, ever, and you are,
And you're every person who will ever live. You will experience the life of every person who has ever been and ever will be until eventually you lived every life. And the egg theory thinks every time you die, you go back to this place where you meet a god. All right. It's not one god. There's multiple gods in the egg theory.
Yeah.
But every time you die, you go back with the knowledge you learned from that life. And eventually, once you live every life, you become a god yourself.
Yeah.
But so like it sounds
like Mormonism.
Bro,
no,
it's
not.
Mormons do not believe in this at all.
Yeah, so I basically, right? So it's like, maybe. I am me right now. I am currently living my life.
You are your person.
Exactly. I am a person. But at one point in time, after I die, I will have either already lived Elijah's life or I will live Elijah's life after I die.
But that's what doesn't make sense to me, right? So if you already lived his life or you're going to go back to live his life, who actually has control?
Wait, I have a question.
So what's your question?
I have a question. So you know how you said like we're gonna like become like God or something after we've lived all the lives, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but like how, like since we've learned all that, how do we know we've actually learned?
How do you know what you learned
Yeah.
from all those individual lives?
Yeah, like how do you, like you know how like there's some like text where it's like once you get reincarnated, you do good and you keep doing good, then you reach that higher point of life.
But you don't.
So-
You're thinking like Buddhism.
Yeah,
right?
you don't-
So
you don't
whenever
have to
you
do
achieve
good.
nirvana.
You're not Buddhist, Elijah.
So
Yeah.
you just learned.
Exactly.
How do you know?
You learn from every experience.
That's
so,
Hinduism.
so you are everybody, right? So you are Hitler in a sense.
Oh my god! Whoa! Okay, stop. We just started.
You're
We just started. How do we
You're
get to this point?
Stalin,
Yeah.
You're Putin. You're Trump.
You
You're
are-
Biden.
you
all
are
right. You're
every-
everyone.
You are every bad person that ever existed.
But you're also every good person to have
Exactly.
ever existed
You're
too.
an MLK. You're a freaking the
Okay, and Donald Trump at the
thought-
same time.
You're everybody.
Yes.
Exactly. So that's the point. Listen to guys. Listen to
Bobby, play an excerpt from that.
From what? The
Oh, from the
Logic
Yes,
video?
video?
yeah,
The Logic video?
for sure. Whatever you think is best. And then Jordan, tell us a little bit more about when you like first had
Find it.
this trip, right? What like let's talk about like the road this kind of led you down on. Yeah.
Well, it just led me thinking about all the possibilities and just thinking deeper, because I feel like that's a thing with all these religions, or the answers kind of given that they provide for after death sound kind of pleasant at first, or like relatively peaceful, but I feel like once you start thinking deeper, every every outcome has a little bit of aspects of it that are like some type of cosmic horror, or like just terrifying when you really dig deep and think
So
about
our
it.
lives are terrifying.
No,
that what you're saying?
because I think if you think too deeply, it can lead you down a bad path where you think that, but you can also choose not to do that and try. Like, ultimately, there is no answer, 100%. So it's just looking at what are the possibilities, what's more likely, less likely, what you choose to believe in. And
What do you
ultimately
choose
what
to
matters
believe in?
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I just
What'd
think.
you, what'd you learn?
What do
You
I
just think?
want?
No. What'd you learn from your trip?
I wouldn't say I learned anything.
You
It
just thought.
inspired
You just
me
thought,
to
dude.
think deeper. And thinking deeper did freak me out. It made me paranoid. It made me scared of things like if death, especially reincarnation, terrified me a lot. Because the idea of living forever does not seem fun. Especially if you start to remember. But I don't know if that's true.
So you'd rather not remember any of the lessons you learned when you are reincarnated,
that's-
so you can start over?
That's not what I'm saying with the egg theory. No, the egg theory is different. Okay, the egg theory, like, has reincarnation in it, but reincarnation itself is not the egg theory.
So why would you want to
Like-
be an egg?
Why would you want it to be an egg? I don't think the egg is a real egg. I think it's
No, but the egg is like symbolic. So like,
Yeah.
why would you want to be everyone else?
Because the
Wait,
idea,
wait,
the
what's
idea of
why is it?
So what is the
Because
true
you're reborn.
original
It's-
being?
okay.
No, what is the true original being?
That answer is not solved by the egg theory
Yeah.
itself. Because there is no answer to
So
that.
what's like?
Even-
Is there like a scrambled theory
Well,
versus like who is the main
Well,
person,
think about it
bro?
like this. It's like they asked the question,
Okay.
what came first, the chicken or the egg? Right?
Yes.
So that's the thing. So it's like,
Well, clearly there's no chicken theory,
well,
bro.
hold on. Answer that question. What do you think came first?
Bro, I don't fucking know.
Well,
I wasn't there.
no.
Well,
Listen to the question. What came first, the chicken or the egg? What's your answer to that? If I ask you, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Neither.
No, but like, give me a serious answer.
Fuck.
Neither.
Okay, well, think about
Bro
it.
might be
Elijah, what
stupid.
came first, the chicken or the egg?
Probably the egg.
Elijah, how the fuck would the egg come if there's no chicken?
So if you say, how did the egg get there? It's
But how
because
did the chicken
it's
get
because of the chicken. Well, how did the
Because
chicken get there?
it was.
because
the-
of the egg, right? So it's this
What the- I was not
never-ending
gonna say
cycle.
yeah.
So the answer that I would ask people, I would ask them that, and I would tell them. And when they say the egg, I'm like, well, how did the egg get there? Oh, the chicken. Well, how did the chicken get there? Oh, the egg.
Okay, how Bobby
Well,
get there?
eventually,
It's a cycle.
eventually we'll wrap it around and then be like, well, what came first? God, right? So that's
Yeah, that's what I thought we were getting to.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to, right? So you think of God
Okay.
in the egg theory,
Mhm.
you will eventually become God. That's the end of the theory.
But
Well, if you believe in the egg
even
theory, you
in the
believe in
sense,
multiple
the egg
gods.
theory doesn't even solve what came first, the egg
Yeah.
or the chicken, because in the egg theory, there still is a God. So even if you know, okay, in your life, you're living all these lives to become a God, it only says, what are these lives here on earth? Like, those lives are the ones to become a God.
Are we
But
high?
where, no,
Wait, so the
where
egg-
did that God
so the
come
egg is
from?
talking
Yeah.
to the chicken?
Where
No,
did,
exactly. The
Where
egg
did that
is talking-
God come from?
Yeah. Yeah.
God
the egg
was
is
always
talking
there.
to me.
So
Is
the
that-
God
is that
is
the
the
point?
chicken.
This is kind of like Mormonism.
That's what I was saying. You guys, that was crazy.
How is it like Mormonism?
Because here's a
Explain.
paradox. There's a paradox. You know how like when you're in Mormon,
Oh, the
right,
evil woman.
and you reach like you have your own planet, right? You rule your own planet.
Is that
And-
Mormonism? Do you get your
That's
own?
Bro, in
Yeah, that's what
Mormonism,
Mormonism
like if you're
is.
good enough, they
Is
believe
God-
that Jesus is like the god of this
Yeah,
planet,
so is
basically.
the-
That you can become
yeah.
good enough to become the god of like another planet.
Yeah. So
What the fuck did he just say?
So
That's
what's-
Mormonism?
Yeah, basically.
So like when you
I thought the Mormons just believed in
no
saints and
when you
stuff.
Bro,
reach
that's- no.
higher than heaven, right? You basically get your
Bobby
own
is
planet
bro.
and you get to be a god of your own planet.
Okay.
So technically, if we think
Elijah,
about
talk
it this
to the mic.
way,
But that's
who's the god of our planet? Is there really a god above our god?
well,
I am talking to the mic.
that's the thing. That's the thing, right? Because even in the egg theory, there's not one god. There's multiple gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
gods are there?
I don't.
I
Doesn't,
Six or
don't know.
seven?
It's not answered.
So we're all gods.
yeah. I won't-
No, we're not.
We
Not
are
yet.
one
Not
God,
yet.
Not yet.
technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are one
So
God
you
in the
guys,
process.
so you guys believe the egg theory. You guys are talking like you believe it.
No,
Is that-
we're
is
just
that-
talking from the perspective of it as if we were to believe it, or as if it were true.
The
Yeah.
fuck?
I don't believe in
Say
it.
I think it's.
At all.
No, I think it's an interesting story. I mean, theory. Right?
Bobby, so you believe in it.
I think no, I don't believe in it. I think it's. Wait, what I believe.
Are you an egg?
I hope so. That'd be. I think it is really interesting because it makes me want to be a better person when I think of the theory. Because it's like, why would I want to be mean or bad to anybody if I am that person, right?
Yes, that's a big part of
But
the
you
egg
don't know
theory.
you're
Is
that
you
person.
believe in it, and it's supposed to inspire you to be more kind and do better. Because ultimately, you're only hurting yourself.
So they're
Exactly.
basically
Because you
no,
live
they're
every
trying
life,
to trick
so-
you.
What?
It's
What
not
does it
real.
matter?
They just
None of
want you
this
to be
shit's
a
real.
good
Think about it like
person.
this. Well, hold on,
Yeah, but
well,
that's
fucking
the
like
same-
what-
Bobby, how do I know you're real?
Exactly.
You're not fucking real.
You know, but that's the thing. That's the
You're
thing.
right, Bobby.
Well, hold on. I'll get to that point.
We're talking about so many different
Yeah.
theories. At
But
once.
there's so
We're
many
mixing
things
up.
inside this egg. Think about it like this. How many things can you make out of an
Yeah.
egg? How many things can you make
You
out of
make
an
so
egg?
many
The
things.
egg-
You make so many things, so many things. So there's so many theories
That's
you can
talking
take
about
from the
the
egg
egg
theory.
theory.
But
Yeah,
just
but
think
think
about
about
it.
it.
It's all symbolic.
James.
It's all metaphorical.
Think about
What?
it. Think about
If
it.
you have an egg, that egg is only growing one thing. You can cook multiple things with an egg, but in the egg theory,
That's the
you're
thing.
not
There's so
cooking
many
and
things that can
scrambling
come
an egg.
out of that one egg
That's
theory.
not true.
What the fuck?
If you have a chicken egg, what's coming out of the egg?
Well, is it like harvested? Wait, pause.
James, if a hen lays an egg, what animal's gonna come out of that
Wait. Yeah,
egg?
there's a chicken unless I put it on like the skillet, bro.
Okay, but hold on.
No, bro, you can
So,
talk
so,
to
let's, let's go back to Christianity, right? let's circle back to the beginning.
You say Jesus is an egg?
Well, no, fuck. I'm not.
Whoa!
I'm done with the egg. I'm done
Whoa!
with the egg,
Oh, okay.
right? Remember, James, remember back to that table when we had to talk about Christianity and that guy was saying, like, what's the most important thing?
Yeah, what's the most
on this
important
list?
thing?
To me, the only thing that mattered on that list was being a good person
Loving others.
and loving
Elijah
others.
talking to the
Exactly, right? So it isn't, and in my opinion, that you don't have to read the Bible to go to heaven and all this other stuff. To me,
That's
the
what I
most
agree. I agree
important
with that. I
thing-
agree
yeah,
with that.
exactly. The most important thing to me is being a good person.
Yeah.
So exactly. So if you want to use the egg theory as a way to be a better person, that's with every religion, right?
Okay.
And I don't like that. It's like, why would I don't want to be a good person just so I can go to heaven. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a good kid just so I can
Well,
get presents for Christmas. I
Well,
want to
no,
be a good
okay, but
person.
yeah, but you want to be a good person because that ties back to your morality. But aren't most people's like sense of morality tied back to their idea of religion or
No.
And
lack
that's
of
what I don't
religion?
like. Yeah, that's
no,
what
I
I'm saying.
wouldn't say that's true.
I don't
I would say,
I wouldn't
okay,
say
why
most
not?
people, because some people grow up without a religion.
That's
at
why I
all, in
said.
different
That's why I
parts of the
said.
world.
Like your morality can also be built from your lack of religion and just your real world experiences.
I think I don't think religion is like the biggest factor.
I think
in
for
your
most
morality.
people who are religious, I would say that it is though. And if you're not religious,
Oh.
then it's based off your real
No.
world experiences.
I don't know. I disagree.
Okay, why do you disagree?
Because I think people, whether you grow up in a religious household or not, especially as a kid, it depends on your parents a lot. I think it's what builds your morality the most.
Yeah, but where do your parents get it from?
I think even choosing
From
your
their
religion
life
matters
experiences.
on your parents,
I
right?
What?
feel like most people
I
get
don't think
their
religion matters for being a good person.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying most people get their sense of what being a good person is from religion or what they think it means. Like, does that not make sense?
No, I don't think
Because you get it from like those values. Yeah, okay.
I agree that it comes
I think
from
that's
like, where
a
your
part of
parents-
it.
Yeah,
I
it
feel like
can be
being
part
in
of
a
it.
religion helps to teach and instill those in
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But you don't need a religion.
I'm not
to
saying
do
you
that.
need it. I'm just
Well, I
saying
don't think that's
that's where
also the
most of those
biggest
values come
factor.
from. Where do you think
I feel
most
like
Western
school-
values come from?
I feel like school instills most of
Where
them. You
I
learn
know,
about
but
the
where
golden
did
rule.
those values? Yeah, and where
Being a
okay,
kid.
where's the golden rule from?
Oh, I guess it's
Where's the golden rule from?
Yeah.
Where's it
I-
from?
I don't know. A common thing for society.
No. Where's it from?
Treat others. I don't know.
Bobby Olashe, where's it from?
actually a lot
Is
of
that
Where's it
just
from?
in the
a lot
Bible?
of religious texts, not just like from the Bible, do include the reason, like why we have to be better in life is to do good to reach the higher.
Yeah, just-
It's most
So I guess
of
that's
most
where it
Western
stems from.
values are tied back to religion.
Which
And
That's just
also
how it is.
A lot of like old texts, not just like religious, but also like poetry. and
Sure,
stuff.
but
Yeah.
even then, even getting the like
It's just so
treat
ingrained
others
into our
the way
society.
you want to be
Jordan.
treated, even if that came from religious
It did.
teachings. Okay, even if it did, being in classroom, those kids aren't getting it in the same way. It's not a religious thing in the classroom.
Yeah.
It just is a lesson.
That's not what I agree with that. Those ideas are originally sourced from religion, and now they're here.
Just because it originated from religion, it's separated from that to a different thing because society.
So what makes it different?
What do you mean? What makes it different? Because because it's not treat others the way you want to be treated, so you can go to heaven. It's not treat others the way you want to be treated.
That's what I was saying. Though your sense of most people's sense of morality is rooted originally from religion.
No, okay.
That's what we can agree on that because that's what you're saying. You agree with me to that point.
How did I say I agree?
Because you're saying right that those things that you were talking about, you want to treat others how you want to be treated, right? That's the example that you were using. You said that is something that they use in schools, right? That's originally from the Bible.
Just because,
right? I'm saying that's what it's originally. I'm still saying it's it's not.
Yes,
Jordan, that's what. No, Jordan. No, it was Jordan. No. This stuff was originated from there, right? And then people they believe this, and then they bring that into the school system, and then now it's all changed a little bit. But those same core, those same core ideas are still present.
James, okay, it is separated from the Bible completely because it's not treat others the way you want to be treated. Because
but Jordan, where did that original idea come from?
I don't think it originally came from the Bible.
Were you there?
No, were you there?
Yes. I have the book. I have the book from that time.
Okay, so do I.
Here's
just
what
because
I
it's
think
in the book.
I think that
you're a person.
Yeah, but hold on. Okay, so my interpretation that I think is kind of funny. That because Jordan, you don't believe in the Big Bang, right?
No, I do believe in the Big Bang.
I thought you said that matter can't be created.
No, I said I didn't know. I said logic. I was trying to rationalize.
Logic.
Wait. You play the logic lyrics. Play the lyrics. Play stop.
I was trying to rationalize my stuff.
I told you get the lyric.
That's why I didn't have any lyrics.
Oh my fucking god.
But no, with logic, I said the thing scary about the Big Bang is you can trace it back to time far enough that.
Wait, he's playing it.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I want to be alive. Is that a song?
Yeah,
I want to be alive. Put the lyrics on, so we can sing together.
Wait, is this the...
I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. I feel like my life ain't mine. Who can we play? Anyways, what are we talking about? Oh yeah,
dude, I know what the fuck was that?
Big Bang.
So why are we talking about Big Bang?
Oh, I'm just breaking down the way I see it.
Break down the balls, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So he's I believe God's a chill dude, personally.
You met him?
So I think that because people say that God created the earth in 7 days, and that's why we have 7 weeks in a calendar, all that other stuff. I don't really believe
Well, why do we have 7 days in the week?
Because that's the thing. It's our interpretation of time is man-made. It's not something that God made.
Yeah, but where do you think people got that from? They got it from their religious ideas.
No, that's not true.
Most things are based from religion.
James.
It's true.
Most things went into religion because people already thought those things when they put it into
They just
religion.
needed a reason to have it be true.
Yes, and some people use religion as a way to explain the unexplainable.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but,
yes,
but I don't
mean,
like that.
Weather and stuff.
How the fuck is that?
People,
How's that my fault? How's that my fault?
You!
Before they
That's you!
into religious scripture,
What's pointing at me, bro?
they already thought those things.
Yeah, so the way I think about it, it's because if you want to, because some people believe in the Big Bang and other people, very religious people, don't believe in the Big Bang because they believe that God created the world.
Bro, I thought we were talking about the egg, bro.
Yeah.
Right? So what if it's he created Earth and everything as a blueprint, but then he made it into reality when he clapped his hands together, and that was the Big Bang.
Wait, so when we clapped our hands on the mic earlier, we just big banged
We created
everyone?
our universe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's because
Well, that was another thing we were talking about earlier. It's are there actual multiverses of us if there's no egg?
I feel like we are so over the place.
I know. I don't think that goes into that. But I
This
think
is making no sense.
if you want to tie I think you can tie the Big Bang into religious thing because if very religious people do not believe in the Big Bang, but what if God created the Big Bang?
Yeah, I've always thought that.
I kind of assumed that's kind of how they taught us at Catholic school, bro.
But no, you talk to Christians about it. Christians will say that the Big Bang didn't exist. God created the Earth.
Yeah, but the Big Bang is basically just what God did.
That's the way that I see it.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't, in my personal opinion, I don't believe God is the way that Christians and Catholics believe in God is. I believe in a creator, right? I think
is that not God?
No, not hypothetically, because it's
So who's the creator? Isn't that just another name for God?
Well, no, I think they're two different things. Because they say that God created the heaven and the earth and all this other stuff to guide men, right? That God is always going to be
not
there
women.
for you. What?
Not women?
Why does this do a D1 instigator?
Only men?
Well, women are part of mankind, genius.
Why is it not womankind?
Oh,
Fucking
fuck up.
This dude
sexist.
is
Anyways,
trolling.
what I think though is like I don't believe in a God that judges right or wrong. I just believe in a creator, right? We were here.
Well, if there's
from
no right or
something-
wrong, there's no sense of morality.
Exactly. That's why I think we should just be good people.
You think
be
morality
good
doesn't
people.
exist?
No, I
No.
think no. I
You
think
said
we
there's
should
no
be-
right or wrong.
I want to punch you in the face. I think we should be good people just to be good people, not to go to heaven. That's what I want. Right?
Yeah, you can have a sense of morality that is apart from religious beliefs. Right?
Yeah.
But Bobby's whole point is you shouldn't be like, okay, I want to be a good person just so I can go to
But
heaven.
how do you know what's good and what's bad?
Well, there is no like fully definitive version. It's mainly what people agree on, like as a
Yeah.
society as a whole.
I don't think killing.
And how
people-
do you agree on that as a society?
But I do think that's why it's called the golden rule. Treat others as you want to be treated. If you don't
Yeah.
want to be punched in the face, you don't go around punching people in the face.
Where did that come from?
Right?
I was right the whole time.
No,
Where did
you
that come from?
weren't.
Yes, I fucking
No,
was!
you weren't.
Elijah, back me up on this. Actually, why am I asking you?
There
Anyways.
was, hey James, there was society before the Bible was written.
Yeah.
And what did they do?
Exactly.
Well,
They
What did they
weren't
do?
running
What did they
around
do?
like
The Bible
animals
was
killing
written by
everyone.
man.
Yes.
but
We
who
wrote the
wrote it? But who
Bible.
wrote it before?
I don't
Who
know.
wrote it before? What do you mean? No
Who wrote it
one.
before?
It wasn't a
No,
thing
if we're
before.
going back to the egg theory, we all wrote the Bible.
Holy shit, he's right.
Yeah, I'm fucking right.
We
Yeah.
wrote the Bible.
Exactly. So man wrote the Bible. So it was man's
But Bob,
idea.
you also just said you were
Yeah.
God earlier.
I'm not God yet.
Wait.
But what if you were already?
You
That
were.
makes sense. As we are God, we wrote the Bible in our
Whoa,
way
whoa,
of
whoa.
what we want to be good.
What?
Actually made no fucking sense.
No, it makes sense. Okay, we are gonna be God, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we all technically wrote the Bible because we all live the person who wrote the Bible, whoever.
Oh yeah.
So therefore, it's like,
I wrote the
what
Bible.
came first, us or the egg? I mean, us or the
Dude,
Bible.
what?
Us or the golden rule?
So yeah. So we created the golden rule.
Because if a book,
Well,
then
okay.
boom, then
Because
boom,
if the book, Jordan was right.
What the fuck? Wait, what are we talking
If
about?
we,
Say it. Say
if
it.
we wrote the Bible, then we wrote the golden rule.
Yeah.
Not God.
No, we're not.
God.
No, we
We
didn't.
wrote
How did we get here? How did we get here? How did we get here?
No, we're gonna be
Because of a creator, not because of God.
Dude, God is the creator.
God the creator.
Who created the
I
creator?
guess so.
No, God is the creator.
I
That
don't-
makes no
that
We
sense.
has
don't know who created the
Exactly,
creator.
then there
That's
has
the
to be-
scary part.
Oh my God, Camilla, bro. Oh wait. Keep going.
Right? That's the thing. That's the
Go
thing.
switch.
Nobody knows who I came first, the chicken or the egg, right? I think there has
Us
to be
or the
multiple
Bro,
gods.
everything goes back to this fuck ass egg, bro.
Exactly.
But why? Yeah, why don't we just like leave the egg theory? Like, maybe
Yeah, I
explain
know.
it. Does anyone here actually believe in this?
No one knows
Why
egg
do we
theory.
keep going back to it?
I don't know.
But there has to be, that's the thing, there has to be some creator that created the creator. I don't know who the...
That would, dude. That's God.
Yes, but even
Who created
God
God?
was
Yeah.
always there. God was always there. God created us.
that was saying no. Okay, who created God though? Where did God come from?
Yeah.
God always existed.
God came from man.
Where?
God always existed. How?
He was just there,
How?
bro. I'm not a fucking priest.
But even
See?
then, I don't
so
trust
you
the
don't
priests.
have the answer. You
What do you mean?
see,
You don't have the
just-
answer, Slay.
Yeah, you're just told this.
Where's your
You choose
answers?
to believe it.
Where's your answers?
I'm telling you, I don't know the answers. And
Actually, no. I'm talking to Bob. I'm talking to Bob.
What?
Yeah, bro. God,
What about
shit.
me? What about
Anyways,
me?
back to Jordan.
You can't know.
I'm saying you don't have the answers. You've just been told that. You not looked for the evidence, but you just choose to accept it because it's comforting and it doesn't make you think deeper about the other possibilities.
Okay, so
because
what made you think
accept
deeper?
that. Shrooms.
No, explain that. Explain what this trip did to you to make you like this.
Power yourself and don't need them and do it yourself. Halfway, take a few steps back. You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't
It's just
got
on
the
us.
answers,
The audience
man.
doesn't know.
I've been doing this more than you.
I'm sorry.
No, what do you even ask me?
What's the ask you? Oh, I don't know what,
What made me think
Yeah.
No, just the idea. Because I'm
Why are you scared?
typically a very logical person, right?
Okay.
I look for logical reasoning in most things.
Okay.
So I started thinking about where the universe come from. I believe in the Big Bang, but going back, you can trace history to 13.8 billion years ago. Boom, you go to this point
Bro
in
got
time.
that from the YouTube video.
All of a sudden, boom,
Where are you getting
universe
your fucking answers,
explodes.
James?
My balls.
Yeah.
Oh, I would rather trust YouTube than your balls.
Okay, sure, bro.
But yeah, 13.8 billion years ago, there's nothing. Everything explodes. Boom, the universe is created. So it's like, what was there before the Big Bang, right?
Well, what is
physics-
there outside of us?
What do you mean outside of us?
Outside of here, right? Because the Big
What is
Bang.
here?
What?
Yeah.
No, the Big Bang. What did that make?
The universe. Everything.
Did it make the entire universe?
Yes.
So what was here before? What was here after?
We don't know.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Listen to what he's saying, James. He just said he does. There was
Bobby, no one can see you because you're talking off the mic, bro.
Go to Jordan.
James, that's my point. We don't know what was before the Big Bang. So all of a sudden, and we know with physics, one of the laws is matter cannot be created or destroyed. So before the Big Bang, there was nothing. All of a sudden, there's everything.
Okay.
So it's like, where did all that come from? You know, was all that matter somewhere else? Like, how did it get created? Because as far as we know, that's not a thing that can
what if shit just happens
logically. But yes, but all the rules of physics and everything we learn about the universe says otherwise, which is what freaks me out. Because I'm like, well, how did that happen? Is that a sign that there is a creator as God, someone who could do stuff outside of physics? Right? And so is that, boom, he snaps, the universe is created, boom, all of it expands outwards. Or are there like laws to physics we don't know? Are there other universes
there's
outside
millions of things
Big
that we
Bang
don't
ones?
know. We're trying
Yes.
to piece everything together with the limited stuff that we
So
have.
I'm saying,
we do
like,
our
when I
best.
thought deeper about that, it's like, what are the possible explanations for that? And like, just not knowing freaks me out. And then thinking about after death, about what could happen, rather.
What do you want to have happen after you die? What's your ideal? What's your ideal?
Just want nothing. Just like
You want
eternal
nothing.
sleep, eternal peace, like not aware about.
So you don't want to be aware of anything. You just
Yes, because I think that will give me, like, everyone can live their life for the sole reason you're here. Have a good time.
is that
Pretty
not
good? Try and help society as a whole. I think that's a good
so?
thing.
Is that not scarier to you than like eternal life after death?
No, eternal life after death is terrifying.
Why is that
there's
more
no end in
terrifying than
sight.
not existing?
Because think about it like this.
Because there's no rest.
Yeah, exactly. It's
You're
like,
forever stuck to do something. Even the concept of like heaven or nirvana scares me.
Nirvana scares you?
the band,
Because how?
something.
In the way.
Right? Isn't that nirvana where you read some Buddhism?
Yeah,
Or is that,
yeah.
am I just thinking nirvana is similar?
No,
Yeah.
it is.
Like the idea of eternal, right? Even afterlife, like heaven, you're supposed to be eternally happy. But it's like, how do you not get bored?
What would make
right?
you happy?
Like what? What?
What would make you happy for eternity? Is there anything that would make you happy?
I don't think there's anything I could do eternally that would
Yeah.
make me happy.
It's like, yeah,
You could just okay if you have free will to
That's
do
like
whatever
saying,
you
James, if your favorite movie went on forever and had no ending, would you enjoy it with an ending or
want.
without?
But you would have to be able to mix in the variety.
Yeah, so I'm
but
saying-
you'll run out of stuff eventually, dude. It's forever.
Yeah.
Dude, I would not.
Forever is
Dude,
so
I
long.
cannot run out of UCS Death Star Lego sets. Okay, I think I would be more than
Dude,
fine.
I think you can. I think you're thinking like such a small
I
scope.
hope if
because
James goes
that's all
to
you-
hell, it's gonna be with
Whoa!
a bunch of Lego boxes and they're all missing like
Whoa.
five pieces
Well, think about it.
Whoa.
in
Yeah.
each one.
Whoa!
But even then, right? It's like you're thinking so small because you
I'm
only-
thinking small. I think I'm
Yes.
thinking pretty fucking big.
I don't fucking think so. Because think about it like this: you've only been alive for 20 years,
Mhm.
right? So
Wow.
it's like in these 20 years,
Says the new
20
20-year-old.
years is tiny compared to forever.
Yeah, you're not truly thinking deeper. And honestly, it's not a good idea to think too deep about this stuff. Like, you can really, I feel like freaking out. Like, it is kind of scary when you really,
So would you
really
say-
think about all the
Jordan,
implications of it all.
Would you say shrooms are a gateway to eternal knowledge?
No. Shrooms, listen, some people say shrooms make you smarter. That's not true. Shrooms make you more introspective. They make you think deeper. You think about yourself a lot more. And so maybe you'll feel a more like higher emotional IQ. And you think about yourself, see things you don't like, think about things you don't like, you know.
Is there anything
Vice
inherently
versa?
bad about that?
No, I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think they're a very dangerous thing to try. You should never try them alone, especially if you're thinking about it. Like, always with a friend you trust, good trip sitter. But like, I feel like they can be a very good thing and help you improve your life, like grow as a person, right? To be introspective and really acknowledge flaws and stuff about yourself. But they can also just make you think about life and why we're here. So it's like, we don't know what happens after death.
Well,
during life,
here's
and
my
there's a lot of
Jordan.
scary-
Here's my question for you then. So then, why should we have to go through the different phases of life, experience all these different emotions and whatnot? If it really isn't going to matter, there's there's no real culmination to all of this.
But we don't know that. We don't know that it's not going to matter.
Well, I think
That's the thing.
what I like about Jordan's idea is that if we do just die and there's nothing
Fuck
after
is Elijah?
that, and then I think what?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think that would make you want to be a better person, right? Because it's like there's no intuitive that you're going to heaven or hell. So it's like you're not going to want to be a better person to get to heaven. You're not going to be.
You want to do it off your own free
On the
will.
other hand, though, on the other hand, it could make you be a worse person if you really only do care about yourself. Or if you're like a narcissist like James, you're
Whoa! Whoa!
so then you don't
Who said that?
like care about what your actions affect other people. If there is no afterlife or anything.
But yeah, but in my opinion, that makes
So-
me want to be a better person if I know that there's nothing that happens after.
Yeah.
that. It's like,
Here,
oh, yeah,
Elijah, I
exactly.
want to throw
would
this
want-
over to you.
What?
You're not saying anything. Are you thinking introspectively right now?
Do you believe in aliens?
I believe in Nirvana.
Elijah,
You believe in
I believe you
Nirvana?
should talk into the
like
mic.
everything with
I believe-
Buddhism.
Kind of in some way, because the whole point is that you're just going to have to do good. You know, there's nothing forcing you. There's no higher God or anything to force you to be good. You're just being like, I have to be a good person.
Well, kind of, because with Buddhism, the whole point of it is.
Bro, who said we're Buddhists?
James, how do you get to Nirvana, James? Can you tell me?
Bro, I don't give a fuck about Nirvana, bro. What, we're gonna all go to fucking Valhalla, bro?
James talking about. Bro, James is not here.
What are you talking about?
With Buddhism ideology, it's kind of Earth is like hell in the sense of Buddhism, and like life is a cynical cycle where it repeats, and there's a lot of negativity in Earth because they think that Earth is hell.
Well,
so
if
the point of
Earth
trying
is
to be
hell,
a good person is to
it's pretty
escape
fucking, it's not too bad.
this and go to Nirvana, but it's still. I mean,
Wait, so if you die, you would go to Nirvana. That's what they believe?
Buddhism, no, you would be reborn as a person
Until you're good enough to go?
pretty much. As far as I know.
What if you get it right the first time?
I fuck with that.
Is that possible?
I'm not sure.
Well, what if you lived all those multiple lives before, but you don't remember?
What?
Because we're very flawed people. There's no way that we
Mhm.
can totally be like good people.
Isn't this connected to the egg theory, sort of?
Yeah.
Before you guys say anything, like, it's crazy, right?
In terms of
So,
good
Jordan,
people.
what you were, in terms of the reincarnation, right? But for this, isn't it like you wouldn't
Oh, yeah,
remember
actually.
anything from before, though? Right? Or you would remember everything you did before, so that way you know how to be a better person in the present.
What?
Elijah?
No, you. Well,
Okay, maybe not Elijah.
No, well,
Well, yeah.
I don't
Well,
know. It's like, you know how sometimes when we do something, right? Like, oh, should I do this or should I do that? And sometimes we end up making the good decision. That's like us from the past, like reaching out and being like, dude, this is the right.
So the past you knowing that you fucked up already in the past, so don't do it again, Elijah?
well, there's that thing too that says like if time travel is real, it's like.
Dude, if time travel is real, what are we doing first?
Well, hold on. Pause.
Stopping James from being born.
facts.
What?
Whoa.
Facts.
Here's the-
stop it.
But here's the thing, right? So it's like if time travel is real, then there's no way you like every bad choice you've made can't be that bad if you haven't gone back in time to stop yourself from making that bad choice.
Yeah.
But if you could go back in time right now to stop yourself from doing one thing, what are you doing?
I would.
Investing in Bitcoin.
If you could only, okay.
Oh yeah.
If you could only time travel back one time, I mean, it's like there's so many things that happen in our lives. I don't think we've actually done anything like too crazy as of yet. Because kind of what Jordan was saying earlier, or maybe it was, I don't know. But like we've only been around for like 20 years, basically. You know, in the grand scheme of things, that's really not that much.
Yeah.
It's like 13.8 billion. We're only like 20.
13 billion?
Yeah, 13.8 billion.
There's only 8 billion people on Earth.
13.8 billion years, dog.
Oh, you talking about years or people?
Years.
Oh, the years, yeah. The people, no.
Jordan, if you had a time machine, would you go back to any particular
Yes,
spot?
bro. I said I'm buying Bitcoin, bro. Enjoy
That's it?
go. Yes.
That's it. You're not gonna do anything else.
What else am I supposed to do, bro?
Stop 9/11.
Yeah, you want to stop 9/11, bro?
Oh,
no,
Bitcoin.
that-
No. I don't know. Okay, are we thinking like, oh, you go back, you stop it. There's no implications for your
No,
actions?
everything would change though.
Everything would change. Have you seen
mean,
the Family
I
Guy
don't know.
episode of when they stopped 9/11?
No.
But like,
No.
isn't it like it's low-key worse?
It was, yeah. So at the end of it, they're like, yay, we did 9/11! And they're like, oh. Anyway, why are we talking about this?
I don't know. He's saying time travel. Like, what would you
Oh,
go
yeah.
back and change? I don't know. Well, it depends on. Bro, even thinking about the concept of time travel doesn't make sense or how it could work.
Well, this shit doesn't make sense.
There's a
But we're
lot-
talking about the
yeah.
egg.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Earlier.
interesting ways of how time travel would work. Like the one, like the linear timeline theory. There's the branch timeline theory. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can do it. Loop time.
So the multiverse.
Yes.
That's the thing too. Have you guys seen Everything Everywhere All
Bro, I
at
love
Once?
that movie.
Yeah.
Love the
Oh
movie.
my
Love
god,
that movie.
such a good movie.
Such a
One of
good
my
movie.
favorite movies, and I think they handle the multiverse the best. Personally, I like that way more compared to like the Multiverse of Madness. Right?
Bro, we're not talking about no freak ass superheroes today.
I know,
Bro.
right? So it's like I think the multiverse theory is really interesting if it's done right. I think the multiverses should be based more off of choices that you make, right? So it's like there's reality where this podcast isn't happening because
We're women.
well, maybe, right? But
It's
it's
the
like
web.
we never made the choice to meet each other. You know what I mean, or stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I think the concept is really interesting because then it makes every choice matter so much more, right? To me, I think because there's like infinite realities where every choice I made another choice. So it's like I'm an entirely different person than who I am now. So
Would you
it's-
want that theory to actually exist though?
Yeah, I think so, yeah, because it doesn't change my life at all, right? It's like I'm still going to make the choices that I make. I just think it's interesting to actually see how my life could have played out if I made this choice. And I can, like, if we had a way to, like, go to other multiverses or, like, see other multiverses, I can, like, see how that would have played out differently. You know what I mean?
What about you, Jordan?
I would never do that.
Really?
What
Why
about,
not?
like, would I want it to be real?
Yeah, would you want it to be real? Do you think it could potentially be an actual thing?
I mean, I wouldn't care if it was real or not real. Like Bobby said, like it'd be cool. It's like
Yeah.
a cool concept, but it doesn't affect your
Because
life
like, would
at
you,
all.
okay, if
Like,
there
it's
was a
not the
multiverse,
afterlife
would
or
you
anything.
want to meet your multiversal people? Or
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
like,
hell
yo, how's
no,
your
I
life?
would
Why,
not
but
do that.
why not?
Hell no.
Why not?
No, because if I see how I'm doing,
Bro's gonna see all the elements like rich, billion.
if I see myself in any other places, right? Then I feel like I'd be like, oh, I want to talk to him, make him feel better, or I would be thinking too much about my.
how would you feel if you're multiversal? Okay, if there was this one multiverse you, but he's like so much cooler than you. Like, would you really want to talk to him, or would you only want to talk to a worse version of yourself?
With
I'm
him.
gonna kill him.
But like,
What
what if
if
he?
I
But
kill
what
all
if he?
of you
No,
and
but
all
what if
the
he like
timelines?
takes pity on
That's the
you?
thing.
So there's just one of me.
So Elijah's the
What
evil
happened?
supervillain.
Because
I'm the only Elijah.
Like, yeah.
See, but how is this Elijah gonna
No,
win?
if I kill
How does
myself
this version
in other
win?
universes, what happens to the? Am I? Is there?
That's
a prime
their own
Elijah?
universe,
Yeah,
though.
there has to be a problem.
Is the prime Elijah the moment Elijah started being alive? Like when the moment I was conceived, that's the prime Elijah, because that's when
That
things
doesn't make
start
any
going.
sense.
Yeah, because like, look,
James.
let's say I start walking at one.
How
right?
can
But
so
what
you're
if
saying
another
you
version
were
we start
conceived
walking
at different
before?
times
But no, because think
in
about
these
this.
in the
Oh, I
multiverse?
guess so. Yeah, I could be born.
So who is Elijah Prime? There's no real Prime if we're all individuals.
The sperm that won.
Well, I think
They all did.
hypothetically there probably could be an Elijah that was born before him if his parents.
Fuck!
Well, hold on.
No!
If his parents had made the choice to conceive him earlier.
God damn it!
Dude, isn't that not so crazy,
But would
bro?
that be
We're doing
Elijah?
the concept.
No.
Dude, this podcast is about Elijah's conception,
where my
bro.
parents were born earlier. Then I was.
No, there
conceived
wouldn't be.
earlier.
That doesn't make any sense. How is that possible?
That means their parents were conceived earlier than them.
Elijah, that doesn't make any sense
Shut
for the
the fuck up, James. It
multiverse.
doesn't make sense.
It
because you're
has
not
to make.
thinking right.
It can make sense if there's.
But if there's a multiverse,
The
how
whole
would your
multiverse
ages be
doesn't make
different? Your
sense.
ages can't be different in the multiverse.
Yes, they can.
Yes, they can.
Did you go
There
into
can
the
be versions
multiverse?
of me in medieval time.
Bro,
I mean, as a
exactly.
Chinese worker.
Why is James talking like he made the rules for them?
'Cause I did.
Exactly. You're not fucking God, James.
Yeah.
It's getting in your
The
fucking
multiverse
head.
is literally
Oh my
infinite
God.
possibilities for a
Exactly.
reason.
Yeah.
So there's a
Because if we're
universe
thinking about
where
every if we're thinking about every tiny thing, if every tiny thing can like cause one other thing to happen, right?
Yeah.
Then every little thing matters.
Exactly.
Oh, depending like when my parents were conceived, how early they were born, how
Yeah.
late they were born.
Mm.
But yeah, but you being born earlier, it wouldn't really change much, I guess. Oh, actually, yeah, it would, because you're like being born into different events.
Yeah, and imagine my parents decided to have sex in a different month or a different day.
Elijah, oh
Then
my
I could have
God.
been born at a
But the
different
thing
time.
is, like, how would that be you if? Okay, this is gonna sound stupid.
Is that me?
But hold on, let's say like.
What is? Wait, what is me?
This is gonna sound stupid and gross, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
I don't care.
Okay, so like what? So you came from your dad's nut before anything else, right? So it's like, but if you were
Do I-
born earlier, right? How is it for sure that your dad had you in his balls before then?
It's prime Elijah.
Wait,
running the balls.
no. What if it's like the egg theory? Where like, what if
Oh,
Bobby was in
egg,
there?
you
What
said-
if Bobby's consciousness was in that like pre-nut?
Bro.
And then he came out
I
first.
mean, just, like, that's what I'm saying. Instead of like, if you were an earlier nut, what if your
Wait.
dad?
Actually,
Because you wouldn't have been in that cycle.
what is me then?
What?
You're the one, you are the one that won.
No. Like if I was born in a different time, right?
You wouldn't exist because you wouldn't have
You.
been
Yeah, I
there.
wouldn't be Elijah.
Exactly.
You would have been
Who would I be?
maybe some like other freak ass version.
What's
Be
the
like,
backwards?
Could I be Peter?
no, what?
I could be.
Elijah, you can't
What
even
if I
pronounce
was
the
born in
name
a Russian
right.
family?
You can't even pronounce the
There you
name
go.
right,
There
dude.
you go.
Facts.
Exactly.
Like, imagine we had an Elijah who could actually pronounce his words properly.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah. So I think the multiverse is a really interesting concept, and I would personally like it for it to be real. So I think it's
So okay, but
dope.
if your guys' idea of the multiverse is like, yo, which day did you come out your dad's nut?
Dude, I could be a rock. Remember, I could be a rock.
Exactly.
I could be a rock. I could be a fly. I could be your magic socks.
This pinky is kung fu.
So that's what we were talking about earlier. So you're saying everything could potentially be sentient.
Wait, James, you could be my nut in the future. Or like,
Why the? No, I wouldn't.
You could be my kid.
I'm right here.
That's fire.
in another time.
In this multiverse,
In this multiverse,
yes.
you're a separate person in another multiverse.
Okay, but that doesn't make any sense. You guys are just that doesn't make no fucking
Dude,
sense. Because you guys are saying listen. You guys are saying in all these multiverses, you can't transcend nuts. You can't transcend nuts. That makes no sense. Jordan.
That's all you are. You're Elijah's.
No, what is it?
No, he's not even. He's pre-cum.
Pre-cum.
That's all he is.
Elijah, because you can't fucking nut, right? Because you fucking gooing like 10 times a day.
Oh my god. Okay, James.
And you know what, James?
Okay, Mr. Nut.
Let's see it.
In like a million multiverses, you're worse than Ben Eder at gooning, okay?
Whoa, crazy name drop. Crazy name drop. Crazy name drop. So, who's gooning?
Who's not?
What are we talking about?
I don't know, dude.
Egg, because nut is egg.
How do we go from...
What? It all ties back to the egg.
Oh my god.
Dude, so the nut goes back to the egg theory. So this is the nut theory.
Oh,
the nut theory. If we all spawned in at different times, we wouldn't be the current version of ourselves because our sperm cell was not there in the beginning, nor was it there afterwards.
Exactly.
So you could have nutted out a potential president in the past.
Yeah.
Shit.
And also a school shooter.
Yeah.
Does that cancel out though?
Or pedophile.
Yeah.
Or Elijah?
But then how you raise the kid is up to you.
How you raise your
choices nut? And the choices you make.
Do I nut?
Therefore, I am my kid's God.
So therefore you are what? Therefore you are what, Bobby?
God.
A person. You are not God. You are an individual. You are yourself and only you. Except in the egg theory where you are everyone. I am everyone else except for right now.
Wait, if we're thinking about the egg theory, right, could I just be
talking to the mic?
Can I just reincarnate as a nut? Could I just do that?
No.
Because what will I perceive the beginning of life? Then I would know how life starts.
But
wait. So you would want to be the first nut?
Hypothetically.
But how would you know how to nut if there was no first?
Oh yeah. How could you be nut if there's no person to nut?
Wait. So what came first? What came first? Wait.
Oh my god.
So wait, no. Man came before.
Man came before. Shut up.
Wait.
Man came before.
If we go against if I nut before marriage, am I a bad person?
No.
Elijah, that's when we go back to our talk about morality in the beginning.
Yeah.
Where do you get your morality from? You're getting that from religion because in religion it makes you not want to do stuff like that because it's like a taboo thing. I think that's where people get some of
that. Yeah, we're God.
That's not just religious, James.
That's a taboo thing. It's a taboo thing because everything is based on that.
I look, you don't believe in God.
And not everything is based on that.
So Elijah, why are you scared to nut?
I don't believe in God.
So why are you scared to nut?
To nut?
Am I scared of nut?
Why are you scared to nut?
I'm not scared of nut. I'm just saying God might be watching me, but that's me watching myself nut.
What?
Whoa.
Elaborate.
Yes, see.
Elaborate.
If we eventually become God, right?
Okay.
I watch myself nut.
What? Dude, what is this episode?
Well, you do that every time you do.
No. It's not just me. It's him who is me watching me nut.
Elijah, you're not God.
God's watching me nut on myself while myself is nutting on me while God is watching.
Bobby, what are your thoughts on this as a fellow goon?
But am I a good person?
No.
Yes. Here's the thing. In the Bible, right? I don't know.
It doesn't say thou shalt not nut.
Right, but hold on. So I'm gonna ask you this: is jerking off a sin?
Yes.
No,
I don't know.
No, serious question.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Why?
Why no? Why both?
I think just like straight, if you were able to do it and think of nothing, I don't think so. It's not a sin.
No.
Anything automatically makes it a sin because that's right in the New Testament. Like Jesus came back saying, even looking at another person, right, and like you have any lustful thought for half a second, like that is adultery in the heart. Right?
Okay.
So if you're like turning off that, yeah.
Okay, so you say in the New Testament, right? So there had to be a testament beforehand.
Yeah, the
Old Testament, bro.
Exactly. So the Old Testament, they didn't think.
No, well,
they were not just free balling in the Old Testament, bro.
No, they said adultery is a sin. In the New Testament, Jesus came and he said, even thinking about another woman is adultery. Like, because in the Old Testament, it was thought adultery was like if you actively went out and did something physical with another person. In New Testament, Jesus said, no, if you even thought about another person, that's adultery.
Well, okay.
It's not necessarily bad if you commit the sin, though. No.
Well, everyone sins.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
sins, but we're not necessarily evil or bad.
No,
I mean,
you're not evil,
here's the thing to me. I feel like if you are like, what am I thinking about? Okay, let me circle back.
That was droopy.
Jerking off. Is a sin or not a sin? Right? It's say
Tagoon or not Tagoon?
That is the question.
yeah, exactly. Right? So it's like, who
That's not a
determines if it's a
question.
good thing or a bad thing, right? Because if it's in the Bible, it's one thing, right? But if I am my son,
Who said from the beginning that all of this was rooted in people's interpretations of the Bible?
It's in different interpretations.
That was me.
Yeah, right. 'Cause it's
Because all text has something to do with being good and how that leads to us being better.
Yeah, exactly. But my point is to Elijah's question of, am I a good person, right? Because then I want to circle back to religion. Because if it is a sin to jerk off, then hypothetically, in their perspective, you're probably not a good person because you are actively sinning every time you do it.
Yeah, but sinning doesn't necessarily mean we're a bad person. We're still good people who do sin. And like when
Every person
like what
sins,
God says,
though.
right? God
Everyone
will
sins.
accept everyone who.
Here's the thing. You're not supposed to kill people,
I don't believe in God.
right? We can agree on that. Killing. Okay, can we all agree on this? Killing. Okay, listen. Oh my God. Okay, listen. Like for real, killing is a bad thing. We can all agree on that, right?
What?
So listen. So killing. Okay, listen. So killing someone is a sin, right?
Yes.
Right. Yes, we agree.
Yes,
Right.
King
So,
James.
but we are also saying that gooning is a sin.
Yes.
So how do you equate? That's what I'm saying. So everyone does sin, but
All
you
sin
can't
is way
equate.
cool.
You can't equate a goon to a murder. It doesn't make sense.
Because that's what people
no,
say,
but
right?
all sin is way equal in the Bible.
I don't think so. I don't think that should be. I don't think that's fair. I think killing someone shouldn't be held
But no,
on
okay.
the same
This
level.
is what the difference is, though. Think about it like this: if you were to do something, like let's say goon, right? It's a lot easier to repent for that.
Okay,
and to
do we have
feel genuine
another-
remorse. If you kill someone, right, in order to repent, you have to be genuine and remorseful and not do it. So it's harder to.
Can
do
you
that
really
for
repent?
Bring us back to
murder.
Mormonism.
Can you repent a goon?
No.
Yes.
Elijah, can you repent a goon?
I mean, yeah, it can repent to good. Father, I confess, I have gooned to a pictures of the Jesus Christ.
What?
Oh.
Like
Elijah.
that's bad.
Yeah, why are you gooning? Dude, I'm not even gonna say that sentence out loud. But what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's
probably the
we're
first
all
person
about
to
getting
say.
smited,
No,
bro.
but here's the thing.
Why are you not saying no?
Here's the thing.
Why are you not saying
It's
no?
the fact that I am accepting that I have sinned. It's the fact that I know that I am doing bad is what's good about me. It's the fact that I am aware. It's the fact that I know that what I've done and I want to be better.
But you
Yeah.
know that it's wrong, but you keep continuing to do it.
He'll apologize every
Sorry,
time.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Like you're not sorry. That's the thing. That's
The second coming.
Shut up. But that's the thing. You can't be sorry if you keep continuing to do it.
Yeah,
If you keep murdering people, I mean, this like it gets to like a point.
That
Wait,
6
but to-
million Jew was the last one. I'm
If we
sorry.
bring this back to Mormonism, right? It's you know how in Mormonism it's like, oh, if you don't follow our thing, you're kind of worse than like Hitler.
What?
I don't think they said that.
No,
What
there's a
they
thing. There's a thing like you know how they go stop by your house and blah blah and talk to you about the religion.
Yeah.
It's a sin already if you know about it but you don't do it. To them, you're like Hitler is still going to hell, but people who know about Mormonism and do not acknowledge it, they go below heaven, below hell. So like, are we worse than Hitler?
No.
But here's the thing too, right? So Hitler did all these terrible things, but at the very end, he was like, "But I accept God as my Lord and Savior."
When
Would
did
God-
he say that?
No, I'm saying
We weren't there?
I'm saying hypothetically.
Oh, go.
If Jesus, not Jesus.
Well, no, he remembers in his past life as Hitler.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
Hitler
he did.
were to say at the very end of it, "I accept Christ as my Lord and Savior, and I apologize for what I've done," would Hitler still go to heaven?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, what makes us
Yeah.
worse than other people?
But
If
why
he was
not?
genuinely remorseful 100%, and okay, listen, the difference would be, and people are going to hate it, I know it, but this is speaking from what the Bible says, right? If he was genuinely remorseful, not just being like, okay, I did a lot of bad stuff, I don't want to go to hell, let me say I'm sorry. If he was not genuine with his remorse, he would not go, just for saying that. He would have to be genuinely remorseful and like,
Wait.
wish he could go back and not do it.
So if you're not genuinely remorseful,
Your
for
sin is not
a goon,
repented.
then you're not repenting the goon.
No.
But here's the thing with that too, though, is like, how are we bad people if we don't redeem Hitler, but God does?
That's true.
That's not our place. That's not our place.
Does a hell exist then if he accepts all sins?
What? No, because he doesn't. That's not how it works. In order to go to heaven, you need to repent.
Okay.
You have to repent.
So I'm sorry.
So you have to accept Jesus Christ as your Savior. I don't even know if I believe in that 100%. That you need to know, because I think about people who don't know about the Bible or stuff in other parts.
I was talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, if you don't know about it, just as long as you're a good person, you put good out into the world and try and do your best, and you're just like, I wish I was a better person, like fall short in some places, you'll go to heaven. I believe that. Because right, it says God is all knowing, understanding.
What if you are a good person but you don't believe in God or heaven, right?
Oh, that goes back to the question, right?
Yeah, right. So then it's like, what if you are a good person but you don't accept God as your savior? When you die, if there still is a heaven or a hell, would you go to hell even though you're a good person?
I don't think you would go to hell just because, like, you're a good person. Why would you be punished? Like, the Father's not. I just feel like there's so many things in the world where the evidence, like, you cannot 100% believe. Like, it's faith, and you have to look at that. But, like, there's so many other religions. So, like, I feel like if you're just a good person, like, what if you choose the wrong religion, right? Or what if you grew up in, like, India? You know, Christianity is not their religion there. They have a more, I forget what their religion
moral
is. Is it just...
What? In India?
Yeah, is it just...
They have, like, Hinduism.
Yeah, Hinduism and stuff like that. Like, whoever your parents are in, you're going to grow up believing most likely that.
And that's the thing. So I would agree with what you're saying, Jordan. I mean, at the end of the day, as long as it ties back to your own moral compass.
And a part of me...
And your moral compass, I would say, does tie back to what you were taught as a kid, you know, whether that be, you know, religion or whatever your parents taught you, what you learned in school, your other family and friends around you. I feel like that's how you kind of tie everything back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, you're a combination. That ties back ultimately to the egg theory, like what we were talking about from the beginning.
Holy shit.
Well, we've raised ourselves.
Yeah. Everything that we've done, everything that we've learned is a culmination of everything from the people around us. And everyone around us has been taught by the people before us. And, you know, you can keep going back and back towards that. So at the end of the day, we are all people because we are everyone else. What do you guys think about that?
I agree.
Yeah, I have a closing remark. Yeah, I think...
I agree. Because I mean, it's also kind of the same thing, right? The reason why we're good people is because of the people who raise us and what raises us. But the thing is that we kind of raise ourselves in that way. And we're learning from ourselves and from everyone around us.
Yeah, I think, most importantly, be a good person because you are a person. I am a person.
Right. Good.
Yeah, no, I think no matter what religion you believe in, whether you don't believe in it or not, right? Like, no matter what the true answer is out there, no one knows for sure. So just treat other people the way you want to be treated, right? Treat everyone good, make everyone's life better because, you know, you want your life to be better.
All right, and I just want to give a big thank you to you guys for listening to this episode of the Web Bros Podcast. You know, make sure to stay tuned for our future episodes to come. Okay, make sure to stay tuned for future episodes. You guys have a good rest of your day. And also, want to give a big shout out to Jordan for coming on the podcast today. Thank you.
Damn it.
All right, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks.
Don't go.
You've been listening to the Web Bros Podcast. Webby! Sticky! The Web Bros Podcast.